What's up guys, it's TheHunterProject here. Welcome to my channel where you'll find monster news, builds, playthroughs and everything in between. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe buttons if you do enjoy. It is extremely appreciated as we make our way to 300 subscribers. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Now we have quite the roster building up in our hands. I'm going to be going over a few turf wars that I'm looking forward to seeing in Monster Hunter Rise. Don't forget to let me know down below guys what turf wars you guys are looking forward to seeing, as well as how you think they will play out. So starting off with the first one, we've got Goss and Anjanath. So now that we've been introduced to Goss many turf war matchups have gone through my head since, and the one that stood out to me the most was the matchup of Anjanath and Goss. Of course, if it does take place in the Frost Islands, which I assume it will, considering Goss seems to inhabit that area, I assume that Anjanath will also need to be Fulgur, unless it just adapts somehow, like the regular one adapts and it stays as a regular Anjanath and not a Fulgur version. But regardless, I think we will see Fulgur Anjanath in the game, but if we don't, this is more of a fantasy matchup then. But regardless, it'd be really cool to see them both go at it, especially due to their rankings in the food chain, assuming Goss is high up there, which I think he is, because he does seem like quite a powerful monster, and I think these guys would be relatively equal, with Goss maybe having a bit of an advantage due to the capability of its limbs, and how it can create weapons using its breath, which is pretty awesome. But regardless, I really hope we do see a turf war between the two. The next up, Anjanath and Goss would be, instead of Anjanath, Goss going up against Tigrex. So I think this fight will be a tiny bit more tipped away from Goss favour, as Tigrex does seem, I feel like Tigrex is more of the apex predator out of the two, but they both seem very brute in nature, and I think it would be very cool to see Goss easily withstand Tigrex's roar from its size and strength. In addition, it would be cool to see Tigrex try and run down Harag with pure aggression, and just to see how Goss would react to Tigrex's aggressive and persistent nature. This is the one matchup I think we are extremely likely to see, as we have already seen both monsters during gameplay in the Frost Islands, so not long to go until we see this matchup for ourselves. Next up we have Basarios and our new arachnid monster, Yatsukaidaki. So that might be butchered considering it is more of a Japanese name, but regardless, it would be really cool to see these two fight, considering they are both volcanic inhabitants from the looks of the trailer, and I'd really like to see how Basarios, or even Gravios, could replace this Basarios situation, because of course they are pretty much the same monster, and if the theories are true, then Gravios may be in the game. So if Gravios is in the game, then I hope Gravios fights this monster instead rather than Basarios, but regardless, it'd be really cool to see how they react to something that could crawl around them and even on them, which would be really cool to see if that actually happened, like similar to how, if you've seen The Amazing Spider-Man, there's a scene where he webs up the lizard and he climbs around him using his webs, and then it kind of ties him up. It would be really cool to see the new arachnid monster do that, and how Gravios would be able to react to that. Like maybe Gravios would be able to heat up its body to like loosen the webbing. But regardless, I really hope that we do get to see something like this. It'd be really awesome to see how they pull off this new arachnid type monster, and if it will be the only one in its category, which I assume it won't, so I really hope they do bring back like Nursilla, as that was one of my favourite monsters from 4 Ultimate. It's just from how unique it was and how new it was to the series, so fingers crossed they pull it off really well. Finally, we have my final matchup of the many I thought of, which is Magma Mala and Zinogre. So this is one I think could happen, but it is very unknown what the chance is, as Zinogre, even though it has been teased by the Hunter Leader's gear and has a good chance of returning, it's not been confirmed. And with Magma Mala's very similar characteristics, it would be really cool to see these two fight out before our eyes. Personally, I see Magma Mala having the upper hand, as it is our flagship for this title. I highly doubt we'll see any areas in the game where it will be manhandled by another monster, like even an Elder Dragon, as it is our flagship, and they tend to not make the flagship seem really underpowered, as they're obviously representing the entire game. So I doubt we'll see it get knocked out by any monster unless it's an Elder Dragon, But it would be really awesome to see if they could make it even. Like, one scenario I could think of is that Magma Mala is able to pin down Zinogre by overpowering it, but then maybe Zinogre is able to release itself by shooting lightning down from the sky on itself, similar to how when it gets enraged and lightning shoots down onto Zinogre and it spikes up all its fur. Maybe it could do that while it's pinned to free itself, so that'd be really cool to see, and it would show how monsters can make good use of their elements when not in a battle against the hunter, but instead another monster. I really hope that we do get to see Zinogre in the game, and I also want to see Magma Mala have a lot of cool turf wars, especially with the apex predators of the series. So that includes Tigrex, maybe even Rathlos, and Tigrex if it's in the game, hopefully. It would just be really cool to see really top tier monsters fight it out, rather than just a Devil Joe with a great Jagras in its mouth. That does bring us to the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash the like, subscribe buttons, and let me know down below what turf wars you want to see and how they would play out, or at least how you think they would play out. Don't forget to join our Discord, link is at the top of the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.